Hey guys, wanted to make a video on getting the open, high, low, close data, and I'm going to make it a little example on changing the colors. So we're probably going to do something simple like change the color of the bar based on something having to do with the open, high, low, close. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the settings menu. So we're just going to do variable SD equals create settings descriptor, and then do var tab equals sd.add tab. We'll call the settings tab general tab, and then we'll do group and set that equal to tab.add group, and we'll call this colors since we are going to manipulate the colors later. And then we'll add a quick settings menu, sd.add quick settings, and then do color. Let's see, is it colors? And under that group, we have to add the settings. So what we're going to do is group.add row new, and then the settings that we're going to do is color descriptor. And then we first input the name. So the name is going to be color. So I'm going to actually modify this so that it matches color. The label I'm just going to also do as color. And then for the color, we're going to do new to create an instance of color, and then do color. And then this is where we can input the value in RGB or RGB8. So I'm just going to do 255, 255, 255, aka white. And the next thing we're going to do is that settings menu is done. We are going to now do @override public void calculate. So what calculate is essentially it runs for every single bar. This is essentially will loop over everything. And to initialize this function, we will input int index and then a data context as ctx. Open the curly brackets. First thing we are going to do is we're going to get that color setting. So I'm going to do var setting or color, set that equal to get settings.get color. And then we are going to call this color, or we are going to call it color so that it matches this, so then it'll know where to get that setting from. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a variable called series. So we do series equals ctx dot get data series, and this is going to be very important. Using these series is how we are going to get the open, high, low, close. So I'm going to do get high, low, close, and then we will do variable open equals series dot get open, and I'm going to put an index. So we get index from here, and we're going to plug that in there, because if you don't plug that in there, it'll just get the open of the most current bar instead of going through every single bar. Next thing we're going to do is do the high series, same thing, get high index, same thing again, low series dot get low of the index, and then close series dot get close index. So now that we have that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a log message. And to do that, we can use 4 different things, I believe. I'm going to use info. You can do info, debug, warning, or error. So we're going to use info. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that we are getting the data correctly. So I'm going to put index, colon space, and then add, and then use string dot value of and input the index, and then do plus, and then do a string space, and let's do the close. So close, colon space, and then add, and we'll do the same thing again, string dot value of and input the close. And we just have to do that so that it transfers it from a float or an integer or whatever it is into a string, because info will only take strings. So now that we have this, I'm going to build it, and we are going to look at the logs so we can see what it has done. So now I'm going to go to View, Display, Study Log, and we are going to go and open this study. Just going to create this study here and go back, study log here. And as you can see, for every single index, it has printed the index and the close. So now that we know that that is working, it is printing the indexes and the closes of each candle here. I'm going to close this, go back to the IDE, and we're going to comment this out since we don't need it for now. And this is how we can use this data to create some sort of indicator or whatever you want. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the color of the bar. So if it's an up bar, I'm going to make the up bar whatever color we input. So let's say up bar. So to get, if it's an up bar, we are just going to do if close is over open. So as simple as that. And then we are going to open the curly brackets, and we are going to do series dot set price bar color, and you can see we have this one. So if we input, we can input the index and then the color. So the color we have up here as color, and let's save this and run it. So it should make whatever color we have set here the same for every single up bar. So I'm going to run this, build it, and go back, and it'll auto update. As you can see, it has updated for all the bars except the current bar. So to make sure that it runs for the current bar and it doesn't wait till the close, you have to mess around with the study header. So the study header, there is a couple inputs that you can do here. So supports bar updates. Let's do true. And once we have this, it should be able to update per bar and start actually printing on the current bar. Same thing, I think we may also have to add the requires bar updates here also to true. So if we have both of these and we build it, there we go. Now it is updated and it is showing white. So if you want your study to update for the current bar, that's what you're gonna have to do. If you want your study to only update after the bar has closed, then you will set it either equal to false or just not include that in your header. So that's pretty much it. That's how we can get the open, high, low, close data and then do something with it.